Hello everyone, good evening. So just wanted to do a quick live video today and we finally are testing the new microphone that I have. So hopefully the sound quality is also better. And so this is going to be the final setup. I have the lights and everything, the camera. So hello everyone, good evening. So yeah, it should be much
Just
better.
wanted to do a quick live video.
I just shared the link in my school group, so if anyone's here from the school group, welcome. And then we can get started. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the high level setup. This is basically just everything that you need to get started. This is the super basics. And then for the rest, I'm going to make some other videos. But with high level, you can do so many automations, so many things that I can't really just make it in one video. So this is really just the basics to get started. I have 8 points laid out that we are going to focus on. The first one is just going to be logging into your agency account. So for this, you need an existing high level account. If you don't have one, you'll find a link in my description and then you'll get a 14-day free trial. But basically, you need to just log into your agency account and then set up your basic info, agency info, contact information, and your logo. So this is the launch pod that you'll see once you first create your account. So here you just need to click, for example, add the brand logo.
The
And
first step to
for
personalize
all
your
the steps, you'll get a pop-up video explaining how you need to set it up exactly. So it's super helpful. But for us, we just add the logo now. So it's nothing crazy. I just click upload a logo and then you can't see my pop-up, but I'm just going to search for my logo. And here it is. So yeah, now it's saved successfully and we just completed one step of the onboarding process. Next, you can enter a white label domain, privacy policy URL, terms and conditions URL. I also have these, but it's going to be in the next step. Next, you should go to my profile and here you can fill out some personal information. For example, my email, my phone number. You can change passwords and then you can have set up a team. You can add other members, other users to your agency account. So, for example, I can add the user, I can set up their name, last name, phone number, email address. I can even set up their password and their profile image. And then I can set up their roles and permissions. So, for example, I can give them user type agency or account. I can only add them to a specific sub account. Currently, I only have one sub account existing. And then I can basically do all these setups. For example, I go to opportunities and then they will have access to view and manage opportunities, or they will have access to view phone call stats. So you can pretty much customize all of their permissions and then you can add a new member to your team. I'm just basically going through all the setup options that you have here. So for example, we already talked about configuring user roles. I'll show how you can create a sub account and then we'll also set up billing. So first you need to set up the billing on the agency account level. So if you continue, next step is actually going to be the billing section. And then here you see the plan you are currently on, your payments, your current transactions, and then you'll also have the phone integration, which I haven't set up yet. I'll do this in another video. But let's start with creating a sub account because that's something that can generate you money. Because with high level, you can have unlimited sub accounts and then you can resell the sub accounts. And the price is up to you. So you can resell a sub account for $10, $40, or even $100 per sub account. So let's say you want to create a new one, you just need to need to click the create sub account, and then you can create snapshots, so you can share your own snapshots. I can use my imported snapshots or just templates, because GohighLevel offers you different templates for childcare, business coaching, floral shop, graphic design, basically anything. But I just go ahead with the blank, select and continue. And then here it's gonna open the map. So if you are creating a sub account for an existing business, you can search on the map and enter their location. But if you just want to get started manually and fill out this information on the onboarding call with the client, you can just start, and then let's say you can just set up a random address. So let's do United States, and then you can do any phone number, you can do any address. So if you don't know their address, just enter some random information and then you can change it on the onboarding call. Let's do this time zone, business name, just do my name, enter any phone number, and then you can add a sub account. Okay, so once you have this, if you go into again the sub accounts level, now you see you have one main account, which is your agency account, and then here's the other one that we just added now. And you can go inside and edit the information, and edit their name, email, the location of the business, their social links. You can resell email and SMS to them. Uh, you can resell WhatsApp usage, and then you say you want to sell it for $29. You only pay $10 for this, so you make $19 profit. And there's some other stuff that you can resell. WordPress, AI employees. So this is all ways to make additional money. Now, first, if you want to go into the sub account and then actually add changes, you need to add yourself as a user to the sub account. So you need to go into your main agency account, and then you need to add members under the team section. So you need to look for so you need to switch to agency view first. And then you are looking at the settings. And then here on the left side, you have team. And then I'm the only user currently in this agency account. I'm the agency owner. So I need to go inside and edit my roles and permissions. And then I have to add myself to the other sub account we just created. So I add myself to both and then just save. I have the owner access. So now I'm added. So I can switch to the sub account we just created, is this one with the California. And now if you are in here with the sub account, it's basically going to be the same setup as you were doing on the agency level. So you need to go to settings and set up all your data, business profile, billing, add your staff. And if you add anyone here, it's only going to be staff for the sub account. So you can add your VA, your ad manager, your social manager. And then next you'll have to set up the billing. So you need to add a payment method. So it's telling me as the agency owner to not add my own card, because the users in the sub account will be able to use my card. So this has to be done on the client side. Um, and then next, we'll have to add the white label domain setup. So if we are reselling high level, they are going to use it. You see my URL currently is app.gohighlevel.com. And if you want to brand it, you need to create a white label URL. And this is here, set up your white label domain. You just need to click in here. You already have the tutorial, but basically you just need to enter your white label domain. For me, it's going to be app.whoopscale.com. And then you can just add the domain. You'll have to add the records manually. So you have to go inside your, wherever you purchase your domain. For me, it's Cloudflare. So let me just go inside and log in Cloudflare. And then let me just log in and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm just logging in. I have multiple domains. So I just want to go inside the one I need. And then here we are inside Cloudflare. Now I need to go to the DNS section. And then we need to go to the records. And then we need to add a new record, which is going to be a CNAME record. That's the type, as we see inside high level. And then the host is going to be app. So you can just click here to copy. And then I'm going to paste. And then the target is going to be this required value. So you can just copy and then paste here. And then we actually don't need the proxy. And then you can just save. So now once you have this added, you need to go back to the high level and then verify the records. So it could take some time for you, 30 seconds to a couple hours even. Let's see if this is going to work now or not. So next is going to be the sub account setup, which we already discussed. How you can add members under team and then how you can set up the sub account info. And the white label domain has been actually set up. So now we can go back to the launchpad, refresh. And then we can just test this URL. Okay, so if I enter app.whoopscale.com, you see it actually popping up with my own icon, and then you can sign into your sub account. So this is what you would send to your clients once you sell a sub account to them. You have the password, the email, so it looks already much more branded. So that's all on the white label setup. Next is going to be the domain setup inside the sub account. So once you have the client working inside your sub account, let me just go in here, this one, and then let's say they want to create a website for themselves. So they have to add a domain, which can be done by clicking on the settings, and then you'll have to look for domains. I just have to move my camera because it's in the way. But basically I'm searching for domains. Okay, domains and URL. So in here you can connect your domain. And then it's gonna be for funnels, websites, and you also have a branded domain, but we are just going to do for the For the funnels, my domain is whoopscale.com, and then you continue, and then, okay, you can add the records manually, or you can just continue, and then it's gonna set up automatically. So currently I have a conflict because for me, I already have my domain existing in another sub account. But if I go back and add the records manually, it's gonna be super easy because you just have to add an A record and a CNAME record as I just showed earlier. So you see I have the A record here with the at and then the numbers. So I have these here and then I have the CNAME records already, www, which is already added here. So in another video, I do this with another example. So we can set up the domain, but this is basically where you can do this. And next you have to add a Stripe account to handle payments and to receive payments. So you have to look for payment integrations. You can actually just go back and look for the payments section on the left side. And then you need to click on integrations. And then it's already giving you that you need to connect your payment provider. So I recommend using Stripe. You can just connect with Stripe. And then if you already have an existing account, you would just have to enter your email address to the existing email account and then just follow the setup, which is going to be pretty easy and straightforward to do. And then once it's done, it's gonna redirect you to the sub account. So that's how you set up the domain and the payment integration. So now that everything's set up, you can explore the sites section and the automations. We'll also add a marketing phone number, but I just want to show the automations and funnels. So if you go into sites, the first option is funnels, and then you can just add a new funnel. You can use AI to create this. You can create from blank, or you can just use a template. And then GohighLevel gives you about hundreds of templates. So you can select the one you like the most. You can load more. And let's say I like the webinar coaching. So I just select this and hit continue. And then it's going to add your template. And then it's going to go inside the funnel builder. So if you see my previous videos, we actually had some new updates coming to the funnel builder. So that's where you can customize everything. You can add a new headline, add a new image, blog post section. That's a whole different video where I show how you can do the funnel builder. But basically, if you go back, let's just save my changes. Or actually, let's just turn auto save on. So we don't need to save it all the time. And then if we go back, so this funnel is already existing. Under the settings, you can add the domain that we previously set up. And then you can add the tracking code for Meta and Google Ads. And then you'll see the stats and everything else. So this is how you can create a funnel. It's gonna be the same if you want to create a website. They will have templates that you can just pick and start with. And going into the automation section, you'll have the workflows, and then you can also do the same, which is basically, it already has some pre-built examples that, for example, a customer books an appointment, it's going to send an email, but you can also create a workflow from scratch, or you can select a template. For example, I want to do an appointment confirmation and a reminder. So let's hit continue. And then this is how your automations are going to look like. So there's a trigger for this. And our trigger is going to be an appointment booked. So whenever we have a new appointment coming in, we send a confirmation email to them that, hey, we received your appointment, we are ready to go. It's gonna use the contact first name, and then appointment has been confirmed. And then we'll send a reminder in 24 hours, and then 1 hour before, 1 hour before the appointment, we'll also send an SMS, and then the same 5 minutes before the appointment. So this can be used for live appointments, for webinars, or upcoming calls as well. So this is just one example of the workflows that you can do. You can do email sequences for new customers, and now you can use AI to actually build an automation, which is also a new feature, and it's crazy helpful. So I'm going to show how you can create some crazy automations in some other videos. But next, we also need a marketing phone number, because we just discussed how we can do SMS marketing, but we don't actually have a phone number existing. So once you are in the sub account, you need to go to the settings and then look for phone numbers. And since it's a new sub account, it's going to be empty, so you need to add a phone number. And then we'll select the US, and then you can select the location that you want. So you can search for a California number. For me, I just take the first one, and then you need to buy. So you'll have to enter your credit card information. But currently I don't need this number, so I'm not gonna purchase this. But once you have this, you are basically good to send the SMS marketing messages. And next one, we have sub account creation from snapshots. So for this, I'll have to go back to the agency view and go to sub account, and then create a new sub account. But here I can just give you my snapshot or an important snapshot. For example, I have the 5-day Go High Level challenge, and I can just select this, and it's gonna be the same step as I just showed earlier. Is I'll have to enter the business data manually, first name, the business address. But the point of creating a sub account from snapshot is, for example, let's say I offer a bonus that if you sign up under my agency account, then you'll get a snapshot with all of my bonuses. So these bonuses can include pre-built website sections, pre-built automations, and this is how you create a sub account. So if you are looking to sign up for High Level, I currently have a 14-day free trial link in my description. And then if you are looking for these type of tutorials, but a bit more detailed, I have them all in my free school group, which is also linked in the description below. That's the first link. And then once you join, you'll have these kind of videos with more explanation, longer texts. Currently, I have over 350 members in my free school group, and we also do lots of work on meta advertisings. So you will also learn the basics of meta ads, and then we have a great community of business owners who are real action takers. So if you have any questions, just shoot in the chat. Stay on this call for a couple more minutes, and if not, I'll just end, and then I'll see you in the free school group. So thank you. And then you can select the location that you want. So you can search for a California number. For me, I just